everyone, I am back with another tutorial for you. Some of my first Stampin' Up! Videos I did, I made these little mini cards. These are 4 1/4 by 2 3/4, and it's basically just half the size of an A2 card. So you'd have your 5 1/2, and you would just fold that in half, and it makes it 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. I have a video on how I did these. I will link that in the description. I also have a video on how to make the envelopes that go with them. So that is that. And I got a couple of requests to asking if I was going to make a box for these little cards to go in, because I tend to make little boxes for my card sets. And I finally got around to doing it. This is the style of box I came up with. It's kind of an envelope style box, and it's 1 inch thick. I'll tell you how to adjust your measurements if you want it thicker. So I'm going to show you how to make this. Now, I don't have this one decorated, and I'm not going to get to decorating this anytime soon because I have tons of stuff lined up. And but I want to show you how to make the box. I know one of the girls that had asked me is very patiently waiting, so thank you, Christina, for waiting so patiently. And so I'm just going to show you how to make the box. Now, as far as the closure goes, that's kind of up to you. Like, you could use the little thin magnets that go. You can use Velcro, the little Velcro dots you can buy. You can make like a little belly band to go around it. So that I'm going to leave up to you. When I get this one done to match these little cards, I'll come back and show it. So yeah, but that's not going to be for a while. So I'm just going to use, this is a piece of Real Red Coordinations textured cardstock from Stampin' Up. So one side is flat, one side is textured. I'm going to make my box out of this. And what I'm using today is my Martha Stewart scoreboard, because I have not mastered coming up with dimensions for the punch board yet. So I'm going to just take my little envelope attachment and just slide that on here. And this is going to be really, really simple. So it's going to be like 4 different scores on 2 different sides. It's really easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up, this is an 8 by 8 piece of cardstock. So I'm going to line it up right down here in the corner. And my first score marks is 2 1/4 and 3 1/4. So I'm going to tilt this a little bit. So 2 1/4 and 3 1/4. So then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do 3 1/8 and 4 1/8. And then I'm going to go back to 2 1/4 and 3 1/4. And then the last one, 3 1/8 and 4 1/8. So this is what you should have. I'm hoping that you can pick up the score lines. There we go. So that's what your score lines should look like. And now we are done with the scoreboard. So I'm going to set that aside. And then what you're going to do, and I'm hoping that this is going to pick it up. I have a glare from my window, and I can't really see that well if the camera's going to pick it up. So hopefully it does. There are little triangles right here on each side. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut the little triangles out. So just like that. And you're going to want to do it, if you can see, this is going to be a landscape style box, so you want to make sure that your shorter scored sides are on the side and your longer ones are the top and the bottom. So you're going to cut out the little triangles here, and then you're going to cut out the little triangles down here. So your bottom piece should look like that. And then we're going to go ahead and take this piece here and cut in to that second score line that's right here. So we're going to do that on both sides because that's going to be a little tab that we're going to use to fold in with the box. So just like that, and you have a tab there and a tab there. So then we're going to flip it over, and on this side and this side you have what makes a larger triangle, and you want to take that entire thing out. On both sides. So then your top piece is going to look like that. So now what we have is this kind of shape. And now we're going to take all of our score lines and we're going to just fold them all. Fold them all in. Like that. Okay, so this is going to be the top of the box, and this is going to be the bottom of the box where the tabs are. Now with these tabs, I'm going to take a little chunk out, just angle it so my tab will fold in a little better. So I'm just taking a little sliver right off the sides of my tabs there. Okay, so then what you're going to want to do is you can round the top corner, which I'm just going to use my corner rounder. So I'm just going to round this. So that way I have a rounded corner for my top piece. And then your adhesive is going, actually we're gonna put the box together, but we're not gonna tape it or anything until we trim off, if you want to do this part. I do not like this point up here, so I'm just holding the box together, and with a pencil I'm just gonna mark where I need to cut. And it doesn't have to be extremely perfect. It doesn't, you know. So I'm actually just going to take my ruler and line up the two lines that I did. And I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife and just cut that little piece off. So that way, when I fold up my box, like this, I have a nice finished look instead of that giant point hanging up. So where you're going to put your adhesive, and I recommend using a sticky strip or score tape for this part. So I'm going to use score tape because I am going to use this box for probably some cards for my mom. Her favorite color is red. So you're just going to put it on this angled piece right here. So just right there, and then right there. So you're going to do that on both sides. So just like that. And now these little tabs, you want to put some sticky on the tabs so they'll stick to the box. And I'm just going to use my snail for this. Okay, so then when you're going to fold your box in, your little tabs are going to go on the inside, and then you're going to press down. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off the liner from the score tape. Okay, so we're going to do this side, and we're going to fold this tab in. So you just want to line up your edges and just press that down. And so then this is going to go in, and then you're going to line this piece up and just press down. So there's one half of our box closed. Then you're going to flip it over and do the same with this side. So just going to line that up and press it down. And then like that. So I always like to give it a good rub with my bone folder to make sure everything is going to stick properly. And there you have a little box. And like I said, the closure part is up to you. I haven't gotten that far, but I wanted to get the general idea of the box out there for you guys. And then all of your little cards fit in there. So like I said, this is 1 inch thick. So what you would do to adjust this is your first score line, your first score line is the 2 1/4. So the second score line you don't want to adjust, because that's the one that's going to create this piece here for your box. So you don't want to touch these first score marks at all. Otherwise your cards are not going to fit in there nicely. So you can adjust the outside score lines, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So not the inside. So you want to leave your 3 1/4, and you can go out as far as you want, but just keep in mind that you may have to make your cardstock bigger. You may have a 9 by 9 piece to adjust that outside score mark. So that's how you do that, and I hope you guys enjoy making these little boxes for these cards. I love these cards, they're so cute. And if you don't have a lot of dimension on your cards, like I have a pretty thick piece of foam square on there. If you don't make them real thick, you can get more in this box, you know, since it is 1 inch wide. So like I said, I will link the video to the mini cards and the envelopes for you, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!